Texas hasn't elected a Democratic president in 40 years. 1976 was the year Jimmy Carter won the White House. Since then, Texas voters have elected a Republican for president every 4 years. So why is Donald Trump spending the day in Texas? Some would argue he needs to focus on battleground states where he is losing in large margins to Hillary Clinton. Joining us now to discuss Trump's trip to Texas is GOP consultant Matt Mackowiak and Ed Espinoza from Progress Texas. Thanks for joining us, both of you.
My pleasure.
Good to be here.
Matt, last night Trump said he was coming to Texas to raise money for the Republican Party. Trump has a slim lead over Clinton here. Do you think his campaign is worried he doesn't have Texas locked down?
No, I don't. There was a Democratic firm called PPP that released a poll last week that was in the field the week before that showed Trump leading in Texas by only 6%. Important to remember, McCain won Texas by 11%, Romney won by 17%. The Democratic candidate for governor lost Texas 2 years ago by 20%. This is not a 6-point race in Texas. Yes, Trump has not as good a lead here as you would traditionally have. But we know that if this state were competitive at all, Hillary Clinton and the Democrats would be active down here, and they're simply not. That's just the reality. They're not spending money. They're not spending time. They have almost no field effort. The Texas Democratic Party has no money. They're focused on states they can win. Texas is not one of them. I am sympathetic to the need to raise money, and oftentimes Republican candidates go to red states to raise money. There is no reason for him to waste several hours tonight holding a public rally in a red state that's going to win him no votes that matter in terms of the Electoral College.
Ed, we've spoken with several Texas Democrats who hope that this is the year Texas goes blue. Do you think a significant number of Republicans will turn their backs on Trump? And what is your response to Matt's comment, though, that Hillary Clinton has not advertised here and there hasn't been a whole lot of fundraising?
Well, there has been a whole lot of fundraising, but as far as advertising goes, it's still early. Whether or not those resources come, it really depends on how the race plays out. As Matt said, there was a poll from Public Policy Polling came out last week that showed Donald Trump only leading by 6 points in the state. Not a good sign for him. So as to what happens, we'll see how that plays out. But I think that maybe one of the reasons Donald Trump is here, it's really hard to figure out what his strategy is, because I'm not really sure that he has a strategy. It's one thing to come here and raise money, but to do a public event's not a great use of time. It might be something along the lines of he wants to prove that he can muster up some public support in an otherwise Democratic city. But that's really the only thing that I can guess as to why he would do this. I think that Democrats had a very good press conference this morning. They had some very good messages. They showed a unified front. And, they're doing everything they need to do to move the ball forward. And I just don't think that Donald Trump is doing that.
That leads to my next question, Matt. In the Republican primary, Trump came in third in Travis County and second, I believe, in Hays and Williamson counties. So as for Trump's visit to Austin, a historically blue part of Texas, why do you think he chose to come here today?
Well, I think that, look, generally the nominees let fundraising drive their schedule through the summer, and then after Labor Day, they let the political side, the battleground states, drive their schedule. And so he's traveling wherever he can to raise money. He's going to Mississippi tomorrow. He's been all over the country raising money. Hillary's in California as we speak raising money. She's not doing public campaign rallies. That would be a waste of her time. I don't know why he feels this need to do rallies every single day. He likes having the big crowds. He thinks it shows grassroots support. There's a million other things he could be doing that would be more productive. Taking a nap would be a better use of his time than doing a rally in Austin. He could be doing debate prep. He could be meeting with staff. He could be raising money over the phone. He could be getting policy briefings. As I said, there's a million things he could do. And not only is he in Austin holding a rally tonight, he's in Jackson, Mississippi holding a rally tomorrow night. We haven't had someone in Texas who's a major party nominee this late in the presidential cycle since 1996. That was Bob Dole, who went to Dallas on October 25th, 1996. The Republican Party abandoned Dole when it was clear he was going to lose that election. They may be forced to do that with Trump after the first debate on December 26th.
Well, one of the things,
quickly, because we are out of time.
One of the things Trump is worried about is getting below a certain number, and that particular number is 55 million votes. So he may feel a bit of desperation to actually get Republicans who may otherwise stay home to show up and vote. That could explain why he's doing events in Texas and Mississippi right now.
All right. Ed, Matt, thank you both for sharing your perspectives with us tonight, and we'll see you again at 9 o'clock.
Thanks.
Thanks.